Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I am so happy you're here. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for subscribing. You are so appreciated. And if you keep coming back for time after time, thank you. Today, we're going to talk about summer travel. It's the endish of June already. Can you believe it? And if you haven't already planned that summer vacation, maybe that summer trip, maybe you're even moving, or maybe you have to travel for work. Whatever the case may be, if you're a crafter, you want to take some of your crafting with you. And that can get to be overwhelming. What do you take? How do you transport it? And a lot of that depends on, are you traveling by car? Are you traveling by train, bus, flying? There's so many factors. And even if you are traveling by car, then are you traveling by yourself? Do you have a big car, little car, multiple family members going? It can be a lot trying to figure out what you want to take with you as a crafter. But I know you have to take something, right? You can't just not take something. Or I can't, anyway. So today I thought I would share my tricks and tips for packing craft supplies for those summer vacations. And of course this changes by how much I do or, don't do, depending on, is it a 2-day trip or a 2-week trip. But my main kind of thinking or kind of rule that I follow in all of this is that I only work on small things. So I pack crafting supplies to work on small things. In other words, I don't pack to work on a whole journal. Unless I was going to be gone maybe longer than 2 weeks. Then I probably would. But for the most part, I have a small crafting rule, which means I can work on journaling cards, I can work on tags, I can work on clusters, I can make snippet rolls. I can make a lot of things even if I do have this small crafting rule. So when I pack, I am thinking those small things in mind, which keeps my crafting suitcase, so to speak, down to a minimum. So come on in and let me show you what I do. So I pulled some things that I would take if I was going on a trip and I wanted to work on journaling cards, tags, tuck spots, tickets, altered anything, basically. And so here's what I would take. Now, how do I get this in a workable format? How do I make this, where it doesn't take up a lot of space? I'm going to show you. What I like to do is use up old packaging as well. That's like my number one goal, is to use all packaging, just because I think it's also useful. And one of my favorite things to use is the packaging when you get like, paper dolls in a package and they come plastic here and then they have the items in here. Well, I like to take all that out and have this. And this is a great way to transport paper, fabric, that sort of thing for trips. And let me show you what I mean. First, what I'll start by doing is picking out the paper I want to take. I might trim some of this down because it's obviously scrap paper, but that's the best kind to take. So I'll pick the paper I want to take and I'll layer it up, and I'll start with the biggest pieces in the back, and then I'll kind of work to the next size, and all of that. And if it's really too big but I want to take the whole thing, I'll fold it like that. And then I'm going to layer it that way. And then I'll just keep layering, okay? Until I think I have enough on here. And I will mix fabric with paper now. Some people will want to keep fabric to fabric and paper to paper. That's fine. I don't mind mixing because honestly, it saves space, right? And this is all about how to pack for a trip and save space. So I'm going to layer some fabric. I have my papers. Then I'm going to come in with some maybe larger blank tags, some more goodies that I'm going to use, maybe some stamps I might use, a blank big tag, paper envelope, book page envelope, then a window envelope, some painted paper, some scrap pieces. We always want to take scrap pieces, and here's a whole bunch. And all I do is get everything layered nice and, organized like this. Then I'll bring my packaging over and put it over it like this. And then I'll trim this off so everything is nice and neat. And I'll probably add those at the back. And then what I'll do is go stitch this all together. And what that does is it makes a flip through paper pad that I can look through on my trip and remove either pieces that I want, or I can undo the stitching at the top and remove everything. So it's a really cool way to travel. So let me go stitch this up and I'll show you how it looks. Okay, after you stitch it up, you can see you can add in lace, you can add in anything you can think of. But after you stitch it up, you have the ability to flip through and see all your different papers that you've brought with you, and you can find the one you want, or you, like I said, you can undo the whole thing. This is a bag I included, some fabric, okay? So it's nice. I can look through it. I can see what I brought with me and what I want to take out. So this is awesome. I love this. And it doesn't take up a lot of space. You could make, like I said, you could do one of these for fabric. You could do one for paper. I like to combine them. Now, that's all great, you're saying, but what about buttons and smaller pieces of fabric, or small tags, or, die cuts? What about all of that stuff? What do you do with that stuff? And I'm going to show you. What I do is I put it all in an envelope. That way I have an envelope, plus all the goodies are in here. You can put washi tape, roll it on the plastic card, and you can put it in here. You can put buttons, brads, whatever you want to. Put it in your envelope. Then you take your envelope and take your paper pad you just made. Take a couple of paper clips and just attach. That way, if you want to do some altered paper clips while you're on vacation, you have your paper clips already and they're working as well. So nothing is not doing a job here. And this is what I would take on vacation. Does not take up a lot of room. I can throw this in even in a big purse if I wanted to. Totally up to what I'm planning. Now, what if you don't like to use packaging, or you don't want to use packaging? What else could you do? Or maybe you wanted to take bigger sheets and not just small sheets. Then you could take a file folder, and I trimmed it up a bit off each end, and you could sew everything into the top up here, sew everything into here. And then you would still have a paper pad. This is bigger, so it will hold larger sheets if that's what you wanted to do. So this is also a great option. Now, what do you do if you want to bring more ephemera or more decoration than will fit in an envelope? I suggest getting one of these. These are just little plastic file folder things. This one is actually full of patterns, but I'll take them out so you can see. Your paper pads will fit down in here nicely with the envelope if you want to do that. But if you want to carry more with you, say in little bags, guess what? You could put the little bags in here. You could put your paper pad in there. Even the bigger file folder one fits. See, fits nice. See, even the bigger file folder one will fit down in there, your paper pad. Then you could put little bags with buttons, your washi tape in here. like that. You could throw your glue in here. Everything's in here. It hooks shut, and then this could definitely go in a suitcase, or you could just carry it like this. It's tough. Nothing's going to get bent. And this is also a great way to carry crafting supplies, especially if you want to work on some signatures while you're gone. Especially if you want to work on some signatures while you're gone, this would be really good for it. And I just got this at Amazon. They're linked down below. So guys, that's it. That's how I travel and craft for summer. It's that simple. I just love it because it doesn't take any time to put it together. I have everything I need at my fingertips. And on those 2-week vacations, I definitely take this because I've got to have, you know, my washi tape, my glue, a little bit more supplies. My scissors even go in here. So depending on how long you're going to be gone, but trust me, the little paper pad that you make yourself, either using a file folder or packaging, is great because it keeps everything nice. It doesn't get bent up, and it's just really easy to remove and use. So anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please be sure and give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget, hit that subscribe button and that little bell. We have more awesome videos coming your way. Thanks for being here today, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.